Atiku feels Nigerians hate him. No, that's wrong. Certain persons sold the idea that Atiku is dangerous. So Nigeria not responding to Atiku is not a product of hate, it's a product of fear.
It's another beautiful day and welcome to La Verità TV Newspaper Review, the show where today's headlines meet clear analysis and real conversations. I'm Ifeoma Ejide and together we'll unpack the stories shaping our nation and the world. On the Daily Sun newspaper, tension in Rivers over move of impeached Governor Fubara. State APC order tackles House of Assembly. Governor is a threat to democracy, says Speaker. More on this news on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. And on this day newspaper, Lagos Assembly passes Sanwo-Olu 4.4 trillion naira 2026 budget. Mark, ADC reviewing its constitution for inclusiveness, accountability and fairness. Rivers Assembly begins third impeachment proceedings against Fubara. More on this news on page 8 of this day newspaper. And on First Daily newspaper, impeachment war. Rivers Assembly calls for Fubara. 2027, Momodu names Atiku, Amaechi, Obi as ADC presidential frontrunner. Police arrest 172 impound motorcycles, tricycles in Kano crackdown. ADC denies secret talk with Jonathan, Atiku, Obi and Konkoso. And on Daily Independent, impeachment proceedings against Fubara ill-advised. More on this news on page 29 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Tinubu excited as NGX surpasses 100 trillion naira threshold. Page 7 of the Daily newspaper, you'll get the details. And on the Punch newspaper, Rivers in turmoil. APC leaders intervene as Fubara faces fresh impeachment threat. More on this news on page 2 of the Daily Punch newspaper. Lagos Assembly passes 4.4 trillion 2026 budget. Ogun State teenage boy dies during swimming. 2027, SAN leads ADC 21-man Constitution Review Committee. More on this news on page 13 of the Punch newspaper. And that's it on the newspaper headlines. Let's go on a quick short break and on return, we'll be having our guests to analyze the headlines.
One day in 9 states. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation presents table tennis competition for all gender live in the city of Kano, Kaduna, Niger, Nasarawa, Kwara, Ekiti, Benue, Lagos, and FCT Abuja. Grand finale in Kaduna. Prizes to be won. First place 2 million naira, second place 1 million naira, third place 500,000 naira, and other consolation prizes. Date 9th to 26th of February 2026. For registration, visit www.laveritatvproductions.com. For sponsorship, advert, and partnership, contact the following numbers. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation Table Tennis Competition. Again, you can't miss.
Welcome back. Our guest on the show today is none other than the insightful Mr. Wisdom West. Thank you very much, sir.
Well, the pleasure is all mine as usual. Thank you for having me on the show. It's always exciting seeing your beautiful face, to be honest.
Thank you, likewise. We see in most of our newspapers today that Rivers State is in serious turmoil due to the APC leaders' intervention of Fubara impeachment. We see that the APC are rejecting Fubara's impeachment.
Yes, you see, one of the law in politics is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. That's the rule of the game. You understand? Now, Wike wants to control Rivers State. You understand?
Yeah.
And some people say he's wrong for doing that. Some people say he's right. But the truth is, Wike has committed not just his time, he has committed his resources. He has built systems that support the Rivers State people.
Yeah.
So for him, he feels Fubara threatens what he has built over the years. So him attempting to use whatever mechanism he has at his disposal to see how he can, secure what he has built. I don't really blame him. We are all humans, you understand? But also, Fubara has a picture of Rivers State in his mind that he feels the existing systems that have been created would not let those plans, those aspirations he has for the people of Rivers State come to bear. That's why we are seeing this back and forth in Rivers State. However, since certain meetings have been, happening behind closed doors, there was a time we saw him in Aso Rock. He had meeting with the president, and Wike was also part of that meeting. A lot of things that happened, but the fact remains that the people of Rivers State love Governor Fubara, whether you like it or not, whether Wike likes it or not. Rivers people, they love Governor Fubara. That's why you see unanimously, PDP and the APC faction in the State House are kicking against his impeachment. That shows that we believe in our governor. Yes, that's what. And Wike needs to really, look into that. The people love him, so there's nothing he can do
about it.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
And also on the first daily newspaper, 2027 election, Momodu names Atiku Amici Obi as ADC presidential front runner.
Well, you see, I've been listening to Dele Momodu for a very long time. He's a respectable person in this country, very respectable person. But you see, him naming those people is not the problem. But we really need to understand the person of His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former VP, His Excellency Dr. Peter Obi, and His Excellency former Governor of Rivers State, Amaechi. Atiku feels Nigerians hate him. No, that's wrong. Certain persons sold the idea that Atiku is dangerous. So Nigeria not responding to Atiku is not a product of hate, it's a product of fear. So the ADC needs to look into that, because if you are coming as an opposition party, wanting to take the seat of power from the ruling party, you have to fix your house. You understand? Yeah. And Atiku is saying, I want to be president. I have what it takes. I can deliver. Good. But you have to solve that problem of that. Yes, Nigeria fear. And the worst thing that even happened, that's even putting him at the bastard, is Buhari. Yes, I will keep saying it. Buhari spoiled the chances of the North. And that's what Atiku is reaping from. Number two, Dr. Peter Gregory Obi. When people see him, the first thing that comes to mind, beyond his eloquence, beyond his ideas, is Biafra. And certain people are like, this guy will come and scatter Nigeria. And you understand? That's how they think. It doesn't mean it's true. And Amaechi also, they feel, he betrayed the Niger Delta by joining Buhari. A lot of mixed reactions are there. Yeah. So they need to fix that. Beyond naming them as presidential aspirants for their party, they need to fix that. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a nice one. And on Daily Sun's newspaper, Tinubu hails NGX 100 trillion naira milestone, urges more local government investment in face of economic reforms.
Look, I will keep saying it. Was I a Tinubu fan before he became president? No. Am I a Tinubu fan now? Yes. You know why? He's working.
The result.
He's working, sir. You understand? So we can't have, people that are myopic. They find a way to get access to media platforms to talk rubbish. Tinubu is working.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, the Nigerian exchange hit that 100 trillion naira milestone. It's a good one, but here's the thing. When we look at that, it's coming as returns on investment. Yeah, it's not actually showing in the economy. Do you understand? Because when you want to calculate how buoyant a nation is or a people are, you check their GDP per capita. So you get that by calculating the GDP of the country divided by the total population of that country, and then that gives you the GDP per capita. Now, how does the 100 trillion naira reflect on our economy? You see, that's what we really need to solve. You know? So yes, Nigerian exchange did very well, but we have to move from that to how do we get this figure to reflect in agriculture, in education, in healthcare. We really need to talk about it. Yes, that's where we need to be looking at.
Thank you very much, sir. The very insightful Mr. Obito.
The pleasure is all mine. The pleasure is all mine.
Let's go on a short break, and Obito will be talking about the sports predictions for today.
You got what it takes to do it. You got what it takes to do it now. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it, you can make it.
Forget what you're going through. Focus on where you're going to. Forget the numbers of times you fall, look up and you can get up. Foes want you down, Father wants you up. Follow your dream and you gon' make it. Cause life is what you make it, my brother, and we gon' make it. My sister, you a diamond, they can never ever break you. Look up to the sky, let the most high elevate you. Flip your critics.
Welcome back. We have Mr. Shogo Emmanuel on the show today for sports predictions.
Thank you so much for having me today. Today on Soccer Predictions on Newspaper Reviews, I am Shogo Emmanuel Adeyemi. Wow. Yesterday, our predictions for Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid came just as we predicted. You can go back and watch again. You see? Don't sleep on this. Now today, the quarterfinals of AFCON is starting today. So, after careful research and expert analysis, here are football predictions for today. Mali versus Senegal. This is a cagey tie, and you know with AFCON, it's dicey. Here's our prediction on this. Wow. 1. Both teams to score. Over 1.5 goals to be scored, and for straight win, you can pick Senegal to win. For correct score, well, I'll go to a 1-1 draw. And you can see it on the screen. If you're betting, Mali is having 6.20 odds, and for Senegal to win, we have 1.70. For straight draw, which I'm predicting, is 3.30 odds. So if you're in favor of this, just pick draw. For me, I want you to pick draw for this. That's my prediction on this one. Now, Cameroon versus Morocco. Wow. Cameroon is going to face the host nation. And you know, with this AFCON, you can't just predict. Now for my predictions, both teams have been impressive so far in the competition. So here's my prediction for this game. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals to be scored. Yes, you heard that right, over 2.5 goals to be scored. And for straight win, I'll pick Morocco to win this one. And if you're picking correct score, it's 1-2 in favor of Morocco. Now if you're betting, Cameroon to win is 7.10 odds. And if you're playing straight draw, that is 3.80 odds. And for Morocco to win, it's 1.55 odds. Well, I'm favoring Morocco to win this one. Now let's go to the German Bundesliga. Okay, in the German Bundesliga, Eintracht Frankfurt versus Borussia Dortmund. This is an interesting tie. Now here's our predictions. Well, you know the German Bundesliga, a lot of goals are to be scored. Both teams to score, definitely, and over 2.5 goals to be scored. For straight win, well, I'll favor Eintracht Frankfurt. You can see why. They're in very, very perfect form. And for correct score, you can go with 3-2 in favor of Eintracht Frankfurt. Okay, for Eintracht Frankfurt to win, we have 3.45 odds. And for draw, which is X, we have 3.70 odds. And for Dortmund to win this, you have 2.04 odds. And that's it for sports prediction today on Newspaper Review on La Verite TV. Please don't sleep on our predictions. I am Shogo Emmanuel Adeyemi. Don't forget to always follow us every day for accurate predictions, and like I always say, bet responsibly, and we pray for more grains today. See you next time.
That's a very powerful prediction.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I bet, I'm going to win out of this.
I can make you a millionaire this year, you know.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's it on Newspaper Review for today. Feel free to sponsor this program or advertise any of your products by calling the number scrolling on your screen. And don't forget to donate towards the forthcoming Adekunle Komolafe Foundation table tennis competition. Call the number on the screen for more inquiries. Thank you so much for joining us. And together we say bye. See you next time.